Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. What's going on? Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatham to all the brothers. And Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Lathan Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. This is the 103rd episode, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, in the building once again, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's good to have everybody here. Do me a favor, ASAP, y'all go ahead and make sure that you all go ahead and share this ASAP. All right, share this immediately. We have Priest and Captain 13,000 Kahan Thumyard. Y'all know what it is. He's in the building. We'll be going over some heavy super topics tonight. I want to make sure that everybody hears this. Let me go ahead and lock up. Y'all know what time it is. All right. So let me go ahead and lock up. There we go. All right. Let me go ahead and get back where I was. All right. So yeah, we got some things, some beautiful things I want everybody to hear, man, today. That's going on right now with our nation, man. We have some crazy things going on with the nation, man. And it's happening right now in America, okay? Right now in America, the craziest things are happening, man, okay? So we want to go ahead and cover those topics with you today. And so we want you to go ahead and share the video immediately, all right? All right, so we want you to go ahead and share everything, all right? And we're going to get into it today, all right? All right, so we got a couple of things catching up with everything. Priest and Captain 13,000 Kahan Thumyard is in the building, man. Want everybody to know that right off the top, okay? Hey, Cap, are you there?
ISUPK.
Boot up.
Come.
Shut up, radio.
All right.
With Priest and Officer 5,000 on One Ya Allah. Tune in.
All right. So we're making sure that everything is in pocket, and everything is in pocket. All right. Want to make sure we caught up with everything. Again, y'all, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. That's what you're looking at right now. We are in the building, man.
Every Sunday
night.
8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
That's right.
It's gonna be informative and provocative.
Right.
Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahan Thumyard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America. The 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live.
That's right, live. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live, y'all. Again, we're going to go ahead and hit these stories to you live, man. We got some
8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
And you will cut yourself, man. Again, make sure you all, whatever you guys are doing, I'm saying, make sure you brothers and sisters share this immediately. Let them know Boot Up or Shut Up Radio is live in effect. All right, we're going in live again. Priest and Captain 13,000 Kahan Thumyard in the building, y'all. Okay, and this is how we get down every Sunday from 8 p.m. 10 p.m. Last week we just took a little day off because we had the Houston Southern Region cookout, right, that was going on in Houston, Texas. A glorious, spectacular, fun-filled event that took place, all right? And it was, listen, man, if you missed it, you already saw the pictures, right? I know you all heard what's going on. The generals already talked about it. I mean, it was absolutely glorious, you see what I'm saying? And, this is something that, that we have to try to make out, you know what I'm saying? Got to make out to these events, because when you don't, let me tell you something. You are going to hear about all the wonderful stories that you missed out on. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to come to a point to where you're not missing out. You know what I'm saying? You want to get to a point to where, you're catching these events. And I know, I know it gets difficult, for certain people sometimes to try to get these events. But, these are the things that we need to make sure that we hit. You know what I'm saying? These are the events that we got to get that brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Always sisterhood. Everybody gets to come and meet each other, face to face with the generals, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can come down and see that brotherhood that's down in Houston, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? See why the generals, and Commanding General Yohana say that the Lord is with Captain 10,000 Yatazak. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason, you know what I'm saying? Because these brothers down here, let me tell you something, man. The love that's shown down here is absolutely wonderful. You see what I'm saying? The love and appreciation, for coming into this truth and gathering our brothers and sisters together in unity is something that's taken very, very serious down in Texas. You feel what I'm saying?
Warrior with.
All right, so that's what we're getting into, and again, we love having all our brothers and sisters down here, and out of the words of Captain 10,000 Yatazak, it was a pleasure having all these generals down here, all the captains. See what I'm saying? They actually hosted. Captain Tazara came down. Captain Katazai came down. Captain Katazai was in the building as well. Captain Tazara did the Cross the Line radio live here in Houston, with the generals, with the commanding general. And, it was glorious, man. You see what I'm saying? So, like, with no further ado, make sure you pay your tithes, all right? Because your tithes, get these priests, these officers, man, you know what I'm saying, the ability to travel, to go and do this work, to put in this work, to open up schools, to get books, and to educate our, people in Israel, man, and our young children to be able to do the work of the Lord. And that comes with the support. So support the ISUPK, not your Christian church. You see what I'm saying? And while you at it, if you got time, right, you donate to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. That's $ BUOSUR. Again, $ BUOSUR on Cash App. All right. Okay. So listen, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Again, Priest and Captain 13,000 Kahan Thumyard in the building. Cap, shalom, sir. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatuh.
Hey, shalom, my brother. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatuh. What's going on?
Oh, man, just having a good time. It's like I can't leave Houston. I don't know what's going on, but, just say, but I'm up here having a great time. You know what I'm saying? Having a great time. And, again, Cap, looking at the stories that you sent me, and we talked prior to the show coming on. I mean, I'm just at awe sometimes, not really surprised, but as the stories come in, I'm just in awe at like what I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? It's like incredible, man.
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
Exactly, because these times, like the Lord said, all things are going to be revealed. Right. You understand? The things that's happening are going to come to the forefront.
Right.
And that's what we in ISUPK are trying is teaching and showing our brothers and sisters in these times, in these serious times, in these extreme times, in these radical times, everything they labeled us as, we seem to be matching these times.
Yeah.
And so we want our brothers and sisters to pay attention to a lot of these things going on, so you would know the Bible says watch and pray. Right. So we should be watching what's going on, the climate, the racial climate, the political climate of all of these things happening, because that is, through the leadership of Commander General Yohana, how we operate is important. You understand? Right. So, I want to thank you again for having me on the show. Thank all our memers and streamers out there, our longtime listeners that's supporting the ISUPK by donations, and of course your tithes is definitely warranted by the Lord. Right. You understand? Like you said earlier about supporting this truth. Like the Trump supporters don't have a problem supporting his campaign. Sure. The police, the union don't have problems getting donations. Why don't you support your nation? That pastor that's been lying to you for all them years and taking all that building fund and haven't built the church, haven't put a brick on the church yet. Why won't you support a brother, a man who's a man after the Lord, doing what the Lord say do, Commanding General Yohana, right? Who's teaching you the truth? You do yourself a great disservice. You understand? We're gonna go into the night. The best investment you can make is in your people, your own people. And we see that now more and more and more.
Right.
So without further ado, we can get right into it. I want y'all, like I said, I want you to lower me into the fifth chamber, starting off. But I'm trying to, pace myself on this thing. But there's so much stuff going on. We got to deal with, and we got a lot of things we got to address in this nation.
Right.
You understand? And the ISUPK is at the forefront of that discussion. Okay, so now let's go on to story number 1, my brother.
Man, that is so heavy what you're saying, Cap. So heavy what you're saying. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first story for today, and you'll be just as surprised, as I am. You see what I'm saying? You brothers and sisters will be just as surprised, to find out these things that I had to find out, today when Cap sent everything to me. So, let's go ahead and get that in there. All right. Let me go ahead and get this out just in case this don't come back on. All right. So now, this first story for today, the first story for today reads as such. We have, let me go in here. There's a man accused of hatching a plot, right, to kidnap Whitmer. Whitmer is Black Lives Matter supporter, and he made comments critical of police. So let me go ahead and get now. It says now one of the men accused of hatching a plot to abduct Michigan. What I'm all about. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer attended a Black Lives Matter rally this summer. All right.
Vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation.
Well, I'm just on that, ain't I? All right. So it says one of the men accused of hatching a plot to abduct Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer attended a Black Lives Matter rally this summer. And one of alleged plotters is a 23-year-old Daniel Harris. He attended a Black Lives Matter protest in June. And he's telling the Oakland County Timers he was upset about the killing of George Floyd and police violence. This is what the Washington Post reported. So Harris told the Oakland County Times that Floyd's death was a shame and made comments critical of law enforcement officials. Quote, "It is a shame what happened with George Floyd and instances where law enforcement officers murder an unarmed man and woman who isn't resisting arrest. Was complying with the orders and wrong. Was complying with the orders is wrong and needed to be stopped. You look at photos and videos of news teams and protesters being beaten by riot police when they are really being peaceful. You see people losing their eyes, right, because of an officer shoots them with a non-lethal round like pepper balls, or
it's best that you be easy.
Get over there. Let me make sure this is
like
up.
It's something like a miracle, royalty in my vein.
All right, I do have that off. It just keeps popping up. All right, so it says an officer shoots them with a non-lethal round, like, look at that. So you got the spirit of this brother keep popping up. Good night.
In every word,
okay, let me pull this over. I think it's doing that because it's just delayed. Let me pull this to the side.
Okay, right. While you taking care of that, I'm gonna just go delve into this a little bit. I want y'all.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so this is a white person, a white male, who hatched a plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan.
Right.
And now, but see, this is the problem. See, and we told a lot of these Black Lives Matter people about allowing these white people to be a part of their movement. This is what happens. You get somebody involved in your movement, you allow them to come in, and you allow them to take part in your movement, and what happens? Once they become a part of your movement, whatever they do is attached to you.
Uh-huh.
You don't understand. Whatever they do is attached to you, which is why you don't see white people in our camp.
Right.
You don't see white people or other nations in our school. You understand? If they come by our camp, they spectators.
Right.
They're not inside with us because we know that we have to be holy, man. That's what the Bible says.
That's right.
And Black Lives Matter have been infiltrated. Black Lives Matter has lost the narrative, and you're going to see It's instances like this where you see that they have all kind of domestic terrorists in there, all kind of anarchy, all kinds of agendas in there, and they don't control that narrative no more.
Right.
And this man here he attempted to perform a domestic terrorist attack on a government official. That's what you're getting ready to see during this election. That's what you're getting ready to see post-election. You understand? And there's many of them out there. And you have let them come among Black Lives Matter.
Right.
This is why we say if you don't have the correct leadership, everything that we try to do will fail if you don't have the correct leadership. If you don't have leadership appointed by the Most High in Christ. You understand? Now he's attached not only to the militia, but it also is attached to the Black Lives Matter. Right. And I ain't got to tell you who's going to take the rap. Do I got to tell you who's going to take the rap for this?
Huh.
You know how the media spin things.
Right.
That's why we reading about it right now. It's saying that he was at a Black Lives Matter move.
Right.
Why would they put that in there? They putting that in there to say it's terrorism in there, and they got to be shut down. Go ahead, brother.
Good night. Good night. Come on. So now it goes on. It says, we went to the Black Lives Matter protest yesterday in Lake Orion to show our support that everyone's voice should be heard, no matter the color of your skin.
You see that? You see that sound like you for everybody.
Right.
Well, don't Governor Whitney have a voice? Don't the governor of Michigan have a voice?
Right.
And she's an elected official. She was supposedly elected by the people during the democratic process. Do you see the hypocrisy in this?
Damn.
I'm so sick of these damn talking points that everybody got a voice. Everybody, and the people who say that end up being like this.
Yep.
They always end up being like this.
Damn.
The Bible says he's the most subtle beast of the field.
Right.
The Lord didn't say that for no reason. Keep reading, my brother.
Good night. Well, that's super, super heavy, man. All right, let's get some more. All right. So now it says, protesting is important to me because it gives us all a voice to be heard. Okay. He added, right? It goes on. Now, Harris is a former Marine who was living in his parents' home and working as a construction worker. He was arrested last week for a charge federally with conspiring to kidnap the Democratic Party ahead of the election next month.
And what did I tell you? Didn't the ISUPK teach you this?
Right.
About these elections? We told you as this place began to crumble, continue to crumble. It's already began. It's past the beginning stage. As these institutions begin to lose credibility and confidence, these politicians are going to be targets of political assassination.
Right.
That is the era that we're getting ready to go into. This election will be bloody. Make no mistake about it. You understand? This election will be bloody, and it's going to be bloody on both sides, which is why we are telling our people to take your spirit out of America.
Right.
You understand? To stop being a political pinball for the Democratic Party, for the Republican Party, or any other goddamn party they make up.
That's right.
You understand? You are to separate from this. You are not to take part in this, because you're going to see a lot of black people die behind this election.
Right.
Like they've already had. They already start shooting. You're going to see what happened. You understand? Trying to be a political martyr. You need to be in the ISUPK and lace up your boots and change your life.
Right.
That's what you need to be doing.
Right.
You understand? We have the blueprint for salvation here.
That's right.
We have the blueprint for whatever kind of power that you want to gain. True power comes from the Lord, not from an election.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Another one con. Heavy, super heavy. All right, so let's get some more. So now It says he served in the Marines from 18 to 22 years old and just got out a year ago in June. Harris's lawyer, Parker Douglas, told the media. Okay, so now goes on. I think there's
if I could, you see the confusion in this. He went to a Black Lives Matter rally, but Governor Whitmer supports Black Lives Matter, so-called. But you want to kidnap Governor Whitmer.
Man,
you see how backwards that is.
Damn.
It's just showing you that you need to get up out of this thing, man. You understand? A lot of you Black Lives Matter people in these different groups, man. Like I said, you've been blinded, man. You've been blinded by a political agenda. You've been blinded by all these different things the Lord said not to take part in, and you're going to fail.
Right.
We're just telling you out of love. The writing is on the wall. Go ahead, brother.
Come. It says a total of 6 men have been charged federally in the plot. 7 additional men associated with the group Wolverine Watchmen were charged in state court for planning to storm the Michigan Capitol building, inciting a civil war. Whitmer accused President Trump of issuing a rallying cry, that helped motivate the men to hatch the plot to kidnap her and overthrow the state government.
If I could, Donald Trump, believe it or not, he has deputized white people, especially young white males like him.
Right.
They have deputized them now. Anytime he says to stand back and stand by, and he's give those dog whistles to those different groups, they know exactly what he's saying.
Right.
They on the same page. They see eye to eye. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is what you have going on. And it's not Donald Trump just had a rally where they had a chance to lock Governor Whitmer up. And then he said that he said some crazy stuff about her. So you see this back and forth. All these are things that you got to watch, because the rhetoric is going to get more and more rampant towards election. Go ahead.
Come. So now, wow, this is crazy. So now it says, just last week, the president of the United States stood before the American people and refused to condemn white supremacists and hate groups like these 2 Michigan militia groups. Stand back and stand by, he told them. Stand back and stand by. Hate groups heard the president's words as a rebuke, but as a rallying cry, as a call to action, Whitmer said. Now, when our leaders speak, their words matter, right? They carry weight. When our leaders meet with, encourage, and fraternize with domestic terrorists, they legitimize their actions and they are complicit, she said. Now,
this is the white man's MO, and it's the MO of any dictatorship. You look at Hitler. When Hitler rose to power, you had the regular government, and he had his own private police.
Right.
You got to understand, he had his own private army, which were the Nazis.
Right.
You understand? These are things that you got to understand. History of you and real historians see where this country is headed. I've told you this before. They don't too much argue with the ISUPK because they know what we're saying is fact. They know what we're saying matches up to history as far as a government, a dilapidated state, a failed state. They know what happens. They know, they see the signs. Ex-CIA and ex-military who done been in those countries that have overthrown governments, or they done seen governments collapse, they are seeing the exact same signs with America.
Right.
The problem is that with you Negroes and you Uncle Tom Negroes and you Uncle Tom Hispanics and Uncle Tomahawk Native American Indians, you think that America is immune to that. You think what going on in a third world country cannot happen in America.
Huh.
But you about to witness a first world government having a third world country election backlash.
Wow.
That's what you're getting ready to see. The things you used to see in Iraq and all them other countries, you're getting ready to see that in America now. Go ahead, brother.
So now it says Trump fired back. Right. Trump fired back that he does not tolerate any extreme violence. And Governor Whitmer of Michigan has done a terrible job, the president tweeted Thursday. She locked down her state for everyone except her husband's boating activities. The federal
and listen, I wouldn't doubt if that's true because they both lying. They both telling the truth on each other.
Right. That's how they do it.
You understand?
Right.
I wouldn't doubt it. You understand? But that it's really nothing to deal with on us. They didn't turn the a pandemic into a political issue.
Right.
So now, if you want to shut down, you against Trump. If you want to stay open, you for Trump. Which is show you how they operate. You know what I'm saying? They have no regard for human life.
Right.
You understand? It's all about power. You understand? So we can skip that story there. That's it on that. Give me John chapter 4, verse 22. You understand? These people are not supposed to be trying to join us and trying to be a part of us. You understand? Christ laid it out clearly in this scripture.
That's right.
You understand?
All right, this is John chapter 4, verse 22. It reads, Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
You understand? Christ said, look, he's telling this woman, this implant, this culture vulture, this person who was in our land, trying to take on our culture. He told her, you don't know what you're worshiping. We know. He's making a difference between ye and we.
Right.
Ye and we are two different people. We know what we worship. For salvation is of who? Of everybody?
The Jews.
The Jews. You understand? He made it clear on what his mission was and who salvation was for. You understand?
That's right.
We the people don't include you. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. When it says we ain't the we they talking about ain't us.
Sure.
Now we going on 400 some odd years or more, and you still believe that you a part of this place. What part of that you don't understand? You have been infiltrated with all these different movements, with everything that you've tried to rally against. They have linked up with you and act like they have some solidarity, and they have changed the narrative. They have hijacked every movement that you have been a part of and coerced you in different movements.
Right.
And they've always tried to do this, even in the Bible, even in the book of Joshua. You understand? When they came to Joshua, telling Joshua, can you make a league with us? And they beguiled Joshua, and he ended up making them hewers of wood. They became servants under him.
Man.
You understand? When he found out, when he did inquiry and found out that they lied, he ended up putting them to cut down wood. They was hewers of wood.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We are not supposed to join these people. They are not to be able to join us. Your God forbids it. No matter how good they sound, whatever they say about what we understand. No, you don't understand.
Right.
You don't understand because we're two different people. We're two different races. You understand? You can't speak for me. You show me a Chinese man allowing another race of people to speak for him in the Chinese embassy.
You won't find it.
Can you show me that?
Nope.
Can you show me any other race that allow another race to speak for them, no matter how much solidarity they say they got? They won't allow that to happen.
Right.
But somehow, white people are always at the front of your movement. White people are always at the forefront of what you got to say, the forefront of your suffering. And they have to be the mediator of your suffering. They have to be the translator of your suffering to the world.
Man.
Nah. We're not doing that, man.
Right.
Not in the UPK. You understand? We're not doing that in the UPK. We're not, as Commander Junior Honda said, we're not worried about who in the White House. We're worried about who in every black house,
right.
Hispanic or Native American Indian house. That's what house we need to be worried about. You understand? So that's that, man. Let's go to story number 2, my brother. Anything you want to bring out? I want y'all to feel free, brother.
Oh,
I know, you know what I'm saying? I know you got some points you be wanting to bring out, man. Some heavy points about a lot of what's going on. So feel free to step in any time, brother.
Connor McCon, you on point right now. You spot on right now, Cap. I'm just listening. You know what I'm saying? Just listening and making sure I get the show running. So you on point, right on point tonight.
Right.
All right. So you want to move to the next story?
Yeah, let's go to story number 3, brother.
Conor McCon. All right, we're going to story number 3. Everybody. All right. And let me 1, 2, 2, and 3. And this is the let me see. We had 2 2s. 2.
Yeah, I posted 2 2s.
Okay, gotcha.
3. Salak.
No sweat. No sweat. So we at the let me see. Oh, we at the fake ballots. Okay. All right. Here we go. Republicans have been accused of setting up fake official ballots drop-off boxes in California.
Listen. Hold up. Hold up.
Man.
There's a reason why the Bible says make your election sure, brothers and sisters. There's a reason that scripture there is in there for a reason. There is nothing that we are on the cusp of or haven't already went through or in now that the Bible does not address.
Right.
There was elections in Rome. There was elections with the Greeks.
Yep.
There was elections and all, you know what I'm saying? There was certain ways of processes. They had different things to go down, and especially in the time of Christ. I said before, remember what we taught you. Christ was crucified by a vote. Brothers and sisters. Now here you have them making fake ballot drop-off boxes. You understand? Right now. And you gonna tell me I supposed to trust in this goddamn place? Hell no.
No.
You better not put your trust in this place, brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand? Voting is obsolete now. I've told you this before. At one time, voting, it had more of an effect. You know what I'm saying? When you just got out to, I go all the way back to the Reconstruction era.
Right.
You understand? When black people was able to vote. You rose to power, you understand, with black governors and senators and things like that. But once they pulled those military generals out the South, then they had the lynch mobs come in.
Yep.
And they rolled back everything that you gained. And they did it also after the 60s, after the Voting Rights Act of 1964.
Right.
Or 65. They did the same. You made progress in local and state governments, and what they do, they wind back the clock. You understand?
Nice.
Because your enemies, once you try to do anything outside of what God said to do, it will always benefit your enemies. They will always find a way to benefit themselves.
Exactly.
You understand? So let's see about this. Let's see about this vote. I want y'all to every vote count.
Yeah.
Every vote counts. Remember that?
Right. Sure.
Let's get some more in this.
Conor McCon, Republicans have been accused of setting up fake ballots, official ballots, drop-off boxes in California, which state officials say are illegal. Okay, so now, story starts off. Let me make sure this is it. Okay, it says, hey, that's the title. Now, metal boxes have been set up across Southern California, accompanied by signs which read, official ballot drop-off box. The state's GOP has been urging voters to use boxes to post their mail-in ballots at locations which include small checks and gas stations. Now, on Twitter on Friday, Regional Field Director of the California Republican Party, Jordan Tai, posed for a photograph in front of one of the boxes holding his ballot. Okay. Now, doing my part and voting early, Jordan Tai wrote in his now deleted tweet, DM.
Now, look, he deleted the tweet because he know it was illegal.
It's crazy.
This is just showing you. And listen, this show you how flawed democracy is.
Boy.
This show you how flawed democracy is.
No,
you understand? The democracy was never the form of government the Lord wanted us to rule over us. You understand? He never wanted it. They asked Samuel for a king.
Right.
They tried to go against the Lord by trying to say, well, we want a king like the other nation. Well, the Lord gave you a king. And he told you how that king would be appointed. This is a flawed system, brothers and sisters. Why put your trust in a flawed system? The Bible say, give me that scripture where it said, don't put your trust in man.
Come on.
You putting your trust in these people, and you don't really give a damn about Biden. You black, only black people, you voting for Biden because of Trump. You understand? And the Democrats are using that same tactic. Any racist white person would say, I have a black friend. His name happened to be Obama. Right. Vote for me. They pulling the race card, okay?
Oh, that is absolutely amazing.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, I'm going to let me see something. Get over them. Give me just a second. It's in Proverbs.
No sweat. I can find it for you if you want.
Come on.
Okay, you can go ahead and read. I'll find it for you.
All right. It is okay, I'll go ahead and read the article. All right, now more let's get more on the article. It reads let me see, ballots. Okay, now he says, doing my part and voting early, Jordan Ty wrote in a now deleted tweet. DM me for convenient locations to drop your ballot off at, all right? Despite the publicity surrounding the new container, they are not legally recognized county-authorized ballot drop-off sites. And
you see that?
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't commit a federal crime here.
Right.
But this is the problem. They won't be prosecuted because the president supports this.
Absolutely.
You see how that works?
Right.
You see how that operates? You understand? Laws they don't mean anything if you don't have enforcement.
Right.
So now they are doing all kinds of, and these are people who say they believe in law and order.
Right.
These are people who when it comes to you, they believe in law. They believe in not breaking the law. They believe in law and order. Well, what do you have here? You understand? You don't have law and order here. You understand? You have order of whatever Trump say. You understand? And make no mistake about it. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? You better make your election sure. Let me tell you something. The white man, the so-called white man, stole America. They stole you.
Huh.
What makes you think they won't steal an election?
Boy.
What makes and this go for Democrats and Republicans? Because guess what? If the Democrats can steal it, they'll steal it too.
Right.
And listen, either one would say, and they would do it, and they would justify it by saying we are doing this for democracy, or we are doing this for the Save America, or we're doing this for the Democratic Republic. They would justify it.
Right.
Brothers and sisters, this election has lost credibility from the beginning.
Man.
And I'm telling you, whoever wins will not be accepted by the other party. They will not be looked at as legitimate, which will cause utter division, more division in America. That's what's going to happen. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is let me see. I'm trying to find the verse. Psalms, right? Psalms 118, verse 8. All right, that's gonna be Psalms.
That's correct.
All right, Psalms chapter 118, verse 8. Okay, and then it's like and it reads.
You can go all the way down to verse 9 too. And if you read verse 8.
It's better, it's better to put trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
You hear what God is saying? You understand? It's better to put trust in the Lord than to put you, by saying you're going to vote, and a lot of you Christians, the Christian church have become more of a political platform for politicians than God.
Right.
I'm gonna say it again. The Christian church have become more of a platform for the politicians, for the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, more than Jesus Christ.
Damn.
They give him more. They give those parties more of a platform, and Donald Trump is doing it with the white evangelicals. Joe Biden is doing it with the moderate whites and the black churches. They give them a platform.
Right.
And the Lord never said to do that. Why are you putting your trust in them rather than him?
Right.
Keep reading.
Well, that's crazy. Verse 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
You understand? Princes have authority.
Right.
Princes exercise lordship. The Lord say better to put your trust in Him than the princes. We gave a scripture not too long ago. What was it? The last show we had, where the Lord said, "By me princes rule, and by me kings declare decree justice in the earth."
Khan. That's right.
So who appoints the kings? Who appoints the princes? It's the Most High. He's the one that appoints. So you can put out whatever kind of hell vote you want to put in. If the Lord decides who rules, you Christians then forgot that.
Right.
Because you don't believe it. You really don't believe in the Bible. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I've been hearing what these Christians been saying. I want y'all.
Right.
I've been listening and the Lord has heard these things. I've been hearing these talks, these pep rallies about go out and vote, go out and rock the vote, and the vote here and the vote there. But these black pastors been saying something I want y'all, and the Lord have heard it.
Right.
They've been saying that your power, listen to me clearly, your power lies in voting.
Oh, man.
You understand? That's what these pastors have been saying. They say your power, that if you don't vote, you don't have any power. That's what they've been saying, I want y'all.
Right. Lies, lies, lies.
Now, you remember what God said in the Bible.
Yep.
He said, I am a jealous God.
Right.
Thou shalt have no other God before me.
Right.
The word God in the Hebrew also means Alahayim.
Right.
Which means power. When you say that you're going to put your trust in voting because voting is your power, or you don't have any power without voting, the Lord heard that.
Right.
And He's going to let you vote. And He's going to shame you to your face.
Wow.
Because when you make anything else your power other than Him, and you put your trust in Him, He will put it back in your face.
Yep. Sure will.
Keep going, my brother.
Put it right back in your face. You said it right, Cap. All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more on this story, everybody. All right. All right. Let me get back over here. All right. So now it says, despite the publicity surrounding the new container, they are not legally recognized county authorized ballot drop-off boxes. Okay. Drop-off sites, and state officials Sunday classified them as illegal. Operating unofficial ballot drop boxes, especially those misrepresented as official drop boxes, is not just misleading the voters, it's a violation of state law. California Secretary of State Alex Padilla, a Democrat, told the Washington Post in an email statement, all right, my office is considering with local officials to address the multiple reports of unauthorized ballot drop boxes. Californians should only use official ballot drop-offs boxes that have been deployed and secured by their state election offices.
Well, this is what I want to know. How they know? How they know what's an official drop box?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They can wrap that thing in whatever they want. They take it to an auto shop, wrap that thing in the American flag, and say official drop box.
Right.
They don't know. You don't know. You got to call. You see the problem with this? Right. You got to do all this just to vote.
Damn.
You got to do all this just to be a part of some damn vote. You should see that it's flawed right there. And I ain't got to tell you, all the people who already put their ballots in there, guess what? You can tell where they're going, especially if they're voting for Biden. Sure. If these boxes belong to the Democratic Republican Party.
Right. Good night.
You understand?
Yeah.
You can tell where these things going. They're going straight to the trash, straight to the incinerator.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Incredible, man. All right, so now we get some more. It says, it says according. Let me see. Let me go back up. I want to make sure that Californians should use only the official ballot drop boxes that have been deployed and secured by their county elections office. Now, according to the Secretary of State's office, the construction or advertisement of the illegal ballot boxes could carry a sentence for up to 4 years in prison. Official ballot box locations can be found on the Secretary of State's website. Republican leaders, however, have been asking supporters to hand over their votes as an unlisted location. Okay. So now the California GOP stood by its drop-off boxes on Twitter on Sunday and said, if a if a congregation or business or others provide the option to its parishioners, associates, or colleagues to drop off their ballots in a safe location with people they trust, right? Rather than handling it over to a stranger who knocks on their door.
Look at that.
What is wrong with that? So they cold with it, boy.
Do you hear this?
Cold with it, boy.
So hold on. You got to hand it over to people you trust. And the people you trust happen to be the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, this is like a goddamn banana republic.
Oh, man.
This is what you have here. Like it's no more. This is why we say it's no more neutral ground anymore. Right. You have to pick a side. They're saying we don't even trust. Like, if you want to drop off your ballots, you got to drop them off with us, the Republican Party, people you trust.
Right.
I thought it supposed to be a free and fair election.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it ain't supposed to be no size. You just supposed to go put it in a box and they just count them. Listen, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, you're going to see everything that the ISUPK been telling you for years. And this is what it's come to. And it's just the beginning.
Right.
This is just the beginning. You wait till all the videos come out of them throwing away ballots or the videos coming out about stuff being taught. You just wait because it's coming. It's going to be live and direct. And it may be in real time. You understand?
Well, that's cold with it. Man.
It may be in real time what you see is going on, man. Take me to 1 Corinthians 14 and 33.
They dropping in they let me see, Comma War. Let me see, said Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, chapter 12, verse 10, Cap. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
There you go.
And another one dropped in and said 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. I think that's when the wicked Negroes made a covenant, with the heathen.
That's right, man. Like we making a covenant with these people, man. And we just a political pinball.
Okay, where's that at, Cap?
Your leaders have led you astray.
Man.
They done led you to be a part of this nonsense. And it's gonna get, like I said, when they get ugly, they ain't gonna have nothing to say about it. They're gonna be saying, "Oh, what happened?" But we telling you what's happening, man. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans got their own. They're gonna have their own polling station. So hold on, you gonna have two different results during the election. You're gonna have the Democratic numbers and the Republican numbers. They're gonna all have their own numbers.
Damn.
You understand? And it's all gonna be in favor of their own political candidate. You understand? Take your spirit out of this place, man. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, where was that at, Cap?
1 Corinthians 14 and 33. This is confusion.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, and it reads, "For God is not the author of confusion." You
understand? What you have here is confusion.
Right.
Anytime you have confusion, God is not in the midst of. God is against it. You understand?
Right.
This is not something like this. It's showing you that it ain't of God.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's lies here. It's deception here. Fake drop boxes. And they don't tell you how many black people done dropped off ballots in there.
Damn.
You know some black, and I can almost guarantee you they put those ballots in a predominantly black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian area. I can almost guarantee you,
of course,
if you look at those, they probably put it right where black people are, Hispanic and Native American Indian, because they automatically believe we have total allegiance to the Democratic Party.
Right.
They know we mostly vote Democratic anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which we shouldn't be doing it at all. We shouldn't be even participating in that.
Right.
Because we have a king.
Right.
You understand? We have a leadership appointed by the Most High on earth right now. Command and General Yohanan.
Right.
You understand? Who follows Christ. We already have leadership. You understand? But this is what you have here. And a lot of people going to be suckers by playing around and trying to vote. And they're going to think they vote count, but they vote didn't count.
That's right.
They vote going to be somewhere in the dumpster or burned up. Okay? Take me to Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15, my brother.
Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. All right. And it reads as such. Thou shalt not. Okay. Let me get back down where I was. Verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
You see, the Lord has to appoint your king.
Right.
And he appointed us a king. You understand? So why are you participating in another form of government when you already have your king?
Right.
When he already gave you, like I said, the Lord gave us a way to set up a structure outside of democracy, outside of any of these governments.
Right.
He showed you with Moses.
Yep.
He showed you with Joshua. He showed you with Christ.
Right.
Why do you think Moses appointed captains and officers from tribes?
Right.
Why do you think he did that? That was the government structure.
Right.
Why do you think in the Bible there's a book called the Book of Judges? Because that was a structure that had to be instituted in order, and a lot of these structures got instituted us coming out of slavery. And some during captivity before we came out. So what are you talking about?
Right.
You don't trust in the Lord. You trust in America. And you're going to see what trusting in America going to get you in about 16 days.
Man.
Ooh-wee. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. All right. So now let's get some more on this.
Take me to finish up on 15 for me, my brother.
Come. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not your brother.
You understand? Once again, separation. Your brother is your neighbor.
Right.
Your neighbor is your race.
Right.
You ain't supposed to set any other nation king over you. And if he is your brother, the Lord have to choose one from among your brother.
Right.
You understand? So there's a structure in this that the Lord set up, and you are in direct opposition of God.
Man.
And you're going to see what the Lord he gonna give you what you want. He gonna give you what you want until you don't want it no more. That's where you at.
Damn.
All these political pundits saying Biden gonna do this and Biden, they just trying to get a job with the Democratic Party, okay?
Right.
That's all they just trying to find some way to get appointed in their cabinet. That's why they helping them campaign. You think they really believe he gonna fix black people's problems?
And if I may, Cap, I just have to slide this in. I've been sitting back while you've been talking now. I'm saying, listen, this right here. What the people have to see, right, is, I mean, you bring it up, I don't know, almost every show we have, but you bring up Thessalonians, when it talks about that man of sin that has to be revealed, okay? And I think it's just so redundant and just so repetitious, because it has to be so far out in the front to where it has to really absolutely be totally ridiculous, even to the coons, to where they have to realize and say, okay, what are we doing? And it's unfortunate that, brothers, have to, especially ISUPK now, the brothers, the priests and prophets that look and we can see like, this is absolutely ridiculous, right? But we have to go through that, and endure through that long suffering in order for the scriptures, the prophecies to come true in the scriptures, right? So everything has to fail. Even the old, scenario of voting for the white man on the right, the white man on the left. All of that has to fail, and until we just have to look at each other and say, I love you, black man. I love you, black sister. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Mexican man, Mexican sister. Like we're going to have to, everything has to fail. It has to crumble. And
exactly.
So all of those who are going out there vote, my family members gearing up to go vote, and they were just so happy. And, my niece went to go vote, coming back telling, my mom, hey, I went to go vote. I'm just, playing. Good night. Look at this, man. It's got to fail.
They made a difference. Same thing with my family. They think they're making a difference. It's a false hope.
Golly, it's so sad.
And like you said earlier about the man of sin being revealed.
Right.
And this is the sad part about it, Anwanyala. That it's the man of sin is it has to be revealed because a lot of our leaders are giving him cover.
Oh man. Yeah.
They're giving him cover.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Because when you look and see what's going on with black people in general, you look and see all of the things that we're suffering and we're under oppression. And for them to say, okay, now every 4 years you get a chance to be free.
Right.
It's not like it's a false hope, man.
It is.
We have to come to terms. We have to, and believe it or not, a lot of people have already come to terms now. See, the John Lewises and the Martin Luther Kings and all those the different reverends and stuff that marched for Dr. Martin Luther King, all of them, like I said, have transitioned on. But before they transitioned on, they got to see the result of the integration. Because see, at one time, remember, the black church, that's really how the civil rights movement got started and the political movement started out the black church.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how it started. But see, we were more like coming out during that time before integration, you had a racial vote, like you had a block vote. So black people all voted as a block.
Right. Right.
But after integration, now you see black people voting for Trump and voting in it like they because we're not unified. And we're not supposed to be voting anyway, but it's just showing you the flaws of that.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
The flaws of and it got so desperate now. They said we don't care who you vote for, just vote.
Right.
Like
That's
they're
right.
voting with no agenda. They're voting like they don't even have a purpose. They're blind leading the blind. We don't care who you vote for, just vote. Now that's a blind person, brother. That's a blind person.
Right.
And that's a person who scatters the sheep.
Right.
And this is why they are not credible leaders. And the Lord have removed them from their seat in the spiritual realm.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So that's that. Okay.
Yeah.
You got any more of that?
Nah. That's it.
Okay, let's go to story number 7.
My bag, not my suitcase. My bag. All right. Appreciate it.
Sorry?
No. I was talking to the trooper in here.
Okay.
Okay. What story we going to, Cap?
Let's go to story number 7.
Right. Story number 7. All right. All right, cool. All right, let me go ahead and get over here. Here you go. All right.
And while you're taking care of one, I'm gonna just segue into this story. All right.
All right.
But this story right here is talking about the voting, and I want you to pay attention to this. Where it talks about the black voters. You understand? Like once again, this is systematic oppression, systematic racism in your vote. I've seen many brothers online post, and it's really heavy what they posted.
What?
They said that if black lives don't matter, then the black vote don't matter either.
Damn.
And it's so true. It makes perfect sense. Because look, we're gonna see right here in this story number 7. You gotta check this out, man. Y'all gotta understand what you like. Why is it so hard for you to vote?
Right.
Why is it so easy for everybody? Because you're not a part of this system.
That's right.
You're not a part of this system, man. Don't you understand? Let's go to story number 7.
Come. Let's get story number 7 for the night. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up. Story number 7 is a good one once again, and it reads as such. Let me go ahead and get this off real fast. All right, story number 7: fake black Trump supporters on Twitter.
No. Story number, not that one.
Okay.
Story number 7.
7. Let me see.
Should be the one about the ballots being rejected at a higher rate.
Conor McCon, it's up now. All right, the fight to vote. All right, black voters mail-in ballots being rejected at higher rates.
You understand? You understand what's going on?
This is cold.
We don't work for the Guardian. This says black voters mail-in ballots being rejected at higher rate. Now, how do they know this? And you tell me that race don't matter. Huh? How do they know this? Let's go into it.
Conor McCon, boy, it's cold business right here. All right, so now we back up. Let me get this out of here. All right, black voters, okay, in North Carolina, okay, are disproportionately having their mail-in ballots flagged for potential rejection in the battleground state, setting off alarms about disenfranchisement.
Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Here we go again. Good night.
You see what happens when you try to make voting your power?
Right.
It's going to fail you because you didn't trust in the Lord. You want to make voting your power. Well, guess what? And like I said before, we quoted Stalin.
Right.
He said that the power don't lie in the votes. The power, matter of fact, pull that up. This is a perfect time to pull that up again. The power don't lie in the votes. Who vote? The power lie in who count the votes.
That's right.
He understood that.
Good night.
And he was a damn dictator because he knew that this democracy was flawed as any other kind of government.
That's right.
You think corruption can't happen in a democratic republic? Wherever there's power, whether it's a socialist government, a democratic, a communist government, wherever there's power, there can be corruption.
Right. Man.
Go ahead, brother.
Conor McCon. All right, so now let's get some more. All right. North Carolina requires mail-in voters to get a witness for their ballots, and at least 7,000 mail-in ballots have been flagged across the state because of deficiency, according to the data collected by Michael Bitzer, a professor at Catawba College, who closely tracks voting data in his state. As of Wednesday, 40% of rejected ballots, 2,871, were from black voters. Okay.
Now imagine that.
Yeah.
Can you read that number again?
Conor McCon, we have 40% as of Wednesday of rejected ballots, 2,871. Okay, were black voters.
40. That's 10% from half of that's 10% from half of 100.
Right.
40%.
Wow.
And you trust in it. You got to make it make sense to me now.
Lee, man.
I'm sorry. I'm hearing all this talk about voting, but you never hear these stories. They never bring these stories out.
Wow.
They never talk about this. They never talk about the flaws in his system, the inconsistencies in his system.
Right. That's right.
The corruption in his system.
Absolutely incredible, Cap.
The disenfranchisement in his system.
That's right.
They never talk about that. And do you know that in some polling areas, it's hard for black voters to even get to?
Right.
Some of these polling areas that you got to have a car to get to. They don't have public transportation to go out there.
Damn.
So that's disenfranchising the working and poor of black people that's trying to vote in the first goddamn.
Heavy point. That's right. Heavy point. That's right.
These people know what they're doing. They putting some of these polling stations where the poor can't even get to it.
Man, that's heavy. Good night.
You dealing with this warfare.
Right.
You understand? These people know exactly what they're doing. You dealing with, like I said, if you want to talk about systematic racism and systematic oppression, that's what this is.
Right. Oh, that's heavy.
Go ahead, brother.
That is a heavy point, Cap. You got him right there, straight up. Heavy, solid point, man. Good night.
Right. And then these churches sit there and say you got to go vote, but then you got to try to go all the way out in the sticks somewhere to go to find a damn polling place. Right. And then they want to look down at you and say, if you don't vote, don't complain. Well, we gonna complain back here.
Right.
We gonna talk, because guess what? I had a voice before a goddamn ballot box.
Right.
And a ballot box don't decide my voice. The Lord decide my voice.
Right. Good night.
These niggas talking about don't say nothing if you don't vote. You shut your damn mouth. You didn't vote it and you still can't say nothing.
Right. Didn't see nothing from your vote when you voted. So
you ain't see nothing. You ain't see. Where has it got you? What has it got us?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. As long as you ain't put a brother from the hood in there, you good. Ain't that a trip? All right. So now let's get some more. It says 2,871 were from black voters. Even though they compromised, only 16% of the overall ballots returned. A spokesman for the State Board of Elections cautioned some of the data may be outdated because local election offices have not been entering rejection data into the statewide system while legal challenges are pending. The Reverend Anthony Spearman, the head of the North Carolina chapter of the NAACP, attributed the higher rate at which black voters' ballots were being flagged to the fact that African Americans traditionally have not widely voted. So I'm trying to hold it in. I messed it up.
I'm so sick of these
trying to hold it in.
You see why I'm so sick of these niggas?
I cannot believe what I was about to read.
This is why I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a brother.
Oh man.
But these particular niggas here, brother, like.
Yeah, I know.
You give me look. Give me a scripture where Christ said. Give me Matthew 11:28.
Connor McCon.
Listen what Christ said. Christ made it simple.
Good night. This is the book of Matthew, in the New Testament, chapter 11, verse 28, and it reads, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest."
You see that? Christ said, "Come unto him."
Right.
All this labor, they make all these burdens for us, for the poor. These big head Negroes make it hard and make all these burdens, and they put burdens on the poor that they wouldn't even undergo.
Oh man.
You understand? Christ said, "Come unto me, all that labor, all this heavy laden. I'm gonna give you rest." Keep going.
Good night. Let me 28. Okay. Verse 29. "Take my yoke upon you." And learn of me.
You see that? Don't learn about what they do. Learn of me.
Right.
Learn of my message. Learn of what I taught you. Take my yoke upon you. You know what I'm saying? Be attached to me. Go ahead.
Connor McCon. "For I am meek and lowly in heart."
You see what kind of man Christ is, man. He the king.
That's heavy.
You understand?
That's right.
He the king. He is meek and lowly in heart. Go ahead.
Connor McCon. "And ye shall find rest unto your souls." Verse 30. "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light."
You can't say the same thing about voting. You can't say the same. You got to have 3-4 IDs. You got to have the right stamp. You got to have the right this. You got to find the right box. Then once you find the right box, you got to worry about the shit getting rejected.
Damn.
That ain't an easy burden. That ain't a light yoke.
Right. Well, that's heavy.
Go ahead, my brother.
Connor McCon. All right, let me continue with the story, everybody. All right, let's get back into this. And I'm going to try to make it, I'm not going to try. I'm going to make it through without, trying to read ahead. But it says, This is Reverend Anthony Spearman. He's the head of the North Carolina chapter for the NAACP. Attributed the higher rate at which black voter ballots were being flagged to the fact that African Americans traditionally have not widely voted by mail in the state, instead opting for in-person voting. Many voters are getting tripped up by the state's requirement that mail-in voters get a witness to sign their absentee ballot, he said. So now the African American community, many of them for the first time are utilizing absentee ballots and have not been cultivated to the practices thereof.
Hold on. Whose fault is that?
Right.
Whose fault is that? If the African American community have not been cultivated to the practices thereof,
come on,
but you Uncle Tom, spineless, money grubbing niggas is telling them to go out and vote.
Right.
But you have not even prepared them for the process.
That's right. Good night. Damn.
You haven't even prepared. Whose fault? That's the NAACP fault. That's everybody's fault who talking about this goddamn vote.
Right.
Now he just said out of his own mouth. That's a quote attached to that with that article you just read, right?
Con, that's quote.
Read that again. This is a quote from him, from the NAACP chapter head.
Go ahead. The African American community, many of them for the first time are utilizing absentee ballots and have not been cultivated to the practices thereof.
Do you understand that?
Right.
They have failed.
Right.
They can't even, they want you to vote, but they ain't even taking the effort to even educate, try to get you to fill out listen, our leaders, they, like the Bible say, our gates thereof have language. They don't care. All they care about is the check from Joe Biden or the check from Donald Trump. They don't even give a damn about you. Listen to me.
Damn.
Listen to your brother. You understand? In the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter, they don't care about you.
Right. Damn.
But then they will blame you for not voting. They would try to browbeat you and make you feel bad for not voting. I wish they would say something to me.
Damn.
That conversation is not going to go well. Go ahead, brother.
I don't want to come. This is still the quote now. There's a level of them being not aware of the process and how it goes. And so they're not filling out their forms correctly, he said.
So hold on. So he's blaming, once again, who's he blaming? He's blaming black people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's not saying, well, we failed. He ain't saying that.
Right.
He ain't saying the Congressional Black Caucus, we failed to send people out to educate them on how to do this process.
Damn.
He's blaming them. He's blaming the people who got to work a 9 to 5 or 2 shifts and they ain't got time. They just trying to go ahead and vote. He blaming them. They ain't got time to be trying to figure out all this stuff. You should have supposed to be, but it's just showing you that the Lord has got this whole thing jammed up. We ain't supposed to even be doing that.
Right.
But it's showing you their lack of leadership. They don't have there's not real leadership.
Right.
All they do is put on a suit and tie.
That's right.
Hop in front of the microphone and say, go vote for civil rights. And then they tell that lie about, try to give that false narrative about our ancestors died because they was trying to vote. That's a goddamn lie.
That's a lie. Con. That's a lie. Right.
They didn't die because they would die because they was black.
Sure.
They was dying before they even got the goddamn to the voting booth.
Right. And listen, and he's so slick. And Cap, the system's so slick, they'll cover up, right? I mean, listen, if they can cover up and say that we came over here as indentured servants, now if they can cover that up with a lie in the history books, pretty soon it'll be the reason why white cops kill black men and women in the street, right? Is because, you know, they were voting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Our people were trying to vote, so they were killing us.
Exactly.
As long as they write the history.
If the prophets don't speak, brother,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why some men have to be walking dictionaries and walking libraries.
Right.
Walking history, because if you don't teach, because they will change the narrative.
They will. Yeah.
Satan was good at changing the narrative.
Man,
he did, like I said,
change slavery.
One of the first, with Eve, he changed the narrative.
Sure did. Damn,
he
that's heavy.
said the fruit, the knowledge tree of good and evil ain't. Let me give you a different perspective. He changed the narrative, brother and sister.
That's heavy. Damn.
So he's a master at changing the narrative. You can't let these people tell our story.
Damn, and then got Eve to change the narrative and go tell Adam.
Exactly.
Damn.
That's how it happens. So we gotta be wise about these things. You understand? This right, he told on himself right there.
Right.
Now listen to this. Check this out. Go give me some more, brother.
Kind. All right. It says what this I'm in this little chat room, just real quick, Cap. Rigo Sandoval, big ups to you, brother. You say never have been credible leaders, period. Synagogue of Satan devils, World War III Most High, they are gonna pay.
That's right. That's what they are. Christ said that they are of their father, the devil.
Right.
And the lust of their father they will do. And one of the lusts of them is the vote.
Damn.
That's a lust.
Damn.
They want to be a part of everything that this society says to be a part of.
Damn.
And listen, and even if it costs you your life, they will sacrifice you on the altar of the stock market.
Good
or
night.
on the altar of the political voting ballot booth. You understand?
Damn.
They don't care. And this has happened time and time before. And that's why the prophets and those niggas always clashed in the Bible.
Damn.
We always clashed. Always.
Damn.
Because the program they implemented was in opposition, was in direct opposition of God.
Right.
And they thrust people into different burdens that it was horrible. And people died behind following, listening to them Negroes.
Damn.
You understand? And that's why the UPK is so important. That's why you should support the ISUPK and don't listen to them when they say we a bunch of Negroes who don't believe in the political You damn right we don't believe in the political process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord gave you your political process, but you don't want to come to the priest and understand what that means.
Right. You love the oppressor. That's the problem. You love the oppressor.
Exactly.
All right, so this says just 3% of black votes, just 3% of black voters whose ballots were flagged for rejection voted by mail in 2016, according to the data collected by Bitzer. You still want me to get that in Corinthians? Let me know.
Come.
All right, voting by mail is very different than voting in person, Bitzer said. Until I'm presented otherwise, I have to think lack of familiarity with the vote method process is probably what is hanging up so much of these ballots. Now, the North Carolina data underscores the conundrum Democrats are facing this year as they encourage supporters to cast their votes by mail amid concerns about COVID-19.
Trump had got ahead of this.
Right.
That's why he spoke to that. They had that Postmaster General switch up to the mail. Cause see, a lot of mail gonna be delayed a lot of times because of this voting.
Right,
so
right.
Trump was one step ahead of the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's trying to rush in that new Supreme Court justice, because he knows if the election is close and there's a dispute, that it could go before the Supreme Court.
Oui.
So he wants to stack the court in his favor.
That's right.
Yeah, this is understand. This is like the Greco-Roman Empire all over again.
That's heavy. Right.
He's strategizing. Like Trump saying, he said, okay, everybody gonna vote. They trying to get the Democrats to go ahead and vote with the mail ballot. So let me get ahead of the curve. Let me talk to the Postmaster General and then have him stall it. And then let me get these fake ballot boxes. All these political obstacles you got to do just for the cast a goddamn vote.
Damn.
The hell with that.
Good night. Well, that's wickedness. That's wickedness.
That's wicked. You dealing with the devil.
But he's the most subtle being in the field, and his character shows it every single day. Like I think I said it on the other show prior to the Houston cookout, but it's like they're just now finding out, right? Like there's millions of people, Cap, who did not get the stimulus checks. Meanwhile, they find out that it was millions of people who received their stimulus checks who are dead. So they sent millions and millions of stimulus checks to dead people. Man, these people are wicked, man. They wicked as hell, man.
I'm telling you, brother.
They got to find some way to make money and scheme, and that's what's taking so long. Not to give us the stimulus check, but to see how they can rob everybody. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
You're so right, y'all.
Damn.
You are so right. That's why we got to put our trust and faith in the Lord.
Right.
When the Lord said these things, He told us to put our trust and faith in Him.
That's right.
What does book in Revelation it says? Come out of her, my people.
That's right. That's right.
That you be not partakers of her plagues.
That's right.
You understand? Like if you voting is putting your spirit into Babylon.
Right.
Putting your spirit into them. That the Lord wants you to come out of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need His political process to have power, to have some form of government, to have a structure. We got everything we need among us.
That's right.
Don't you know that?
That's right.
Like we got the Lord give us everything we need. All we have to do is trust in Him. But we don't have that faith, and you can blame your Christian pastors.
Damn.
You can blame your black politician, because out of his own mouth he said that the people were not prepared to vote by mail.
Damn.
So if the people were not prepared and you tell them to go vote, whose fault is it?
Man, that's cold.
You know why? Because they didn't want to take time off on their vacation or whatever the hell they was doing to get out there on the trenches and teach the people. Because they don't really have love for the people.
That's exactly right. That's it.
All they're just trying to do is, like, they are wolves in sheep clothing.
Damn.
And all they're doing is just using the sheep to feed the Democratic Party or feed the Republican Party. That's all they're doing.
Damn.
And after this election over with, you won't see them for another 4 years.
Good.
You won't see them for another. They only come around, even especially in Mississippi. Oh, all the time they want to show up in Mississippi. Every 4 years. Remember what your grandparents marched for. Remember this. Shut up.
Right.
Where were you last year? Where were you the year before last? Now you want to come down and you want to give out these nigger trinkets.
Come on now. Right.
But we was having problems in the city, having problems in the state. You were nowhere around. We called your phone. You didn't even answer the damn phone. You never replied. Now you want to come down here and tell us to vote.
Right. Boy, that's cool.
They're like that family member that only shows up when they want something. That's what they remind me of.
Oh man.
They're the family member. They only show up. They only call when they want something. They never call to say, "Are you okay? Let me lend you a hand." They only call when they want something from you. That's who they are.
Good night. Oh man.
Go ahead, my brother.
Conor McCon. So now it says there is an ongoing legal battle in the state over how easy it is, right? How easy it should be for voters to fix a ballot flagged for rejection. Earlier this year, state officials said that if voters had any omissions with the witness portion of their ballots, the section Spearman said was confusing voters. They could sign an affidavit and have their ballot count. But state officials quickly suspended that guidance amid objections from Republicans and ongoing litigations.
Hold on. So listen,
they said, "Nah, that's going to work. Stop that."
They are. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm just saying. They said, "Oh no, that's going to work if we do that. Stop that." Right?
Exactly.
That's going to fix the problem. Don't do that, right?
How do you change the rules in the middle of the game?
Oh man, it's crazy.
How do you change? I mean, am I? Is there something wrong with me?
Nah, you good.
How do you change the rules in the middle of the game? Man. The game already started. You say, hold on, that's not a 3-pointer, that's a 2-pointer. After you just scored 50 points.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh my goodness, man. Like, I wish our people can. And you know what? I'm convinced a lot of people now are they not sleep. They pretend. I'm convinced now. Like,
I mean,
you are in the denial stage now.
Hey, Cap.
If you come up against it.
Hey, Cap.
You're in the denial stage. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, listen, you control the game when you're the commentator, when you are the referee, and you the coach. Now, here's how you really control it, right? If you the general manager that own the team and the damn stadium that you playing in, okay?
Right.
So that's America, right? They own everybody behind the ballot box, right? The ones who are supposed to be, taking count of the ballots, right? And then they own, well, they stole the land, but, the land that they playing on, you feel what I'm saying? Like they the general manager, the owner, the president. That's how you do it, Cap. That's how you own and control everything and can write the narrative, because you just have pawns in the game, Negroes and, the ones that want to kiss up and just one more vote. This going to do it this time,
Right.
And what's really sad is, our generation, well, not ours, but the older generation who know that it don't work, right, who are telling the younger generation, your vote can change it. We pushed it only so far, and we did good. Ours are, we did goods, and all we got to do is just, you vote, and then we're going to push it on through this time. That's what the problem is right there. It's sad.
Exactly. That false hope, man. That false hope. And the thing about it is, like we live in an information age, and we live in a fast results, high pace age.
Right.
Where we want results quick. Like this generation is the generate. These millennials are what they want: instant results, and they want instant. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot different then. Like these generation don't wait. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see it more and more, which is why a lot of them are reaching out to the UPK. Right. Once again, the millennials are siding with us. You know what I'm saying? They're young brothers and sisters coming in, they're siding with us because they see they wouldn't like, a lot of them are, once again, it's a generation gap too, every so many years, because it's, you know what I'm saying? But we are here to bridge that gap back to us serving the Lord.
Right.
But for sure, they clashing.
Right.
I remember at the Occupy Wall Street thing they were doing to black people, but white people too. But they didn't even let John Lewis speak. No,
they didn't.
They didn't even let him speak.
Yeah.
So it's just showing you that there's a gap. And let me tell you, people, they're not going to wait till the results come back. You let Donald Trump win or Joe Biden win, you're going to see they're going to be saying no more voting. Why do you think they threatened the Civil War?
Damn.
When they threatened the Civil War, meaning we don't believe in the political process anymore. Damn. That's how they moving now.
Damn.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said, it's some polar areas that's hard to get to for black voters. But I'm gonna tell you something. Those who doing, it's a lot of brothers and sisters that are gonna go on the election day to do the stand in line and vote.
Right.
But do you know that statistics came out, Democracy Now! Put it out, that in the predominantly white areas, white people only have to stand for maybe 10 to 20 minutes to go vote.
Damn.
But black people have to stand in line in some areas up to 11 hours. Hear me clearly.
That's cold.
11 hours in some areas just to vote.
And they still stand in the whole 11 hours and feel that this is it. We did something this time. They still feel like that. Yeah.
11 hours. Now, you keep in mind, a lot of these black people have jobs. They have children.
Right.
And you know you got to take off work to go vote.
Right.
So now you losing money. You may have to take off the rest of the day. You in essence, time is money.
Right.
So in essence, and if you live in paycheck to paycheck, it's even more of a burden. So now, in essence, you are back to paying a poll tax all over again.
Damn.
Look up I want y'all to pull up that word poll tax.
Like Cap, like after a while, they don't just say to themselves standing in line like 11 hours. You know, when I'm finna go home, I just, I thought I love white folks. I don't love them this much. I'm going home. Like they won't snap like, listen, and Renah, Sister Renah in the school, she talking about Cap. She talking about, and they keep texting my damn cell phone. That's heavy.
Yeah, I've been
listen, man, that's heavy, man.
Too, man.
That's heavy. You know what I'm saying, and Cap, the reason why I'm bringing it up, right? It's sort of like music industry, right? in the music industry, you play a song, Laffy Taffy, whatever. I ain't trying to promote. But, it may be some songs that you don't like, right? But all they got to do is just keep playing it. You know what I'm saying? And then it could be a good day or whatever. You might get your check or whatever. And you'll find yourself singing that damn Laffy Taffy song because you got paid or you just heard some good news. Just keep playing it, and eventually you'll feel like, you know what? I mean, the song is played so much, I guess, people like it. So, I'll go ahead and accept it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they do so much promoting. That's why they all in your face. Like, every time I go on Facebook, it's got this pre-recorded thing telling me to vote. I'm like, what is this?
Exactly.
Like, so just keep doing it. And if you're not in the ISUPK, you are going to go out there and vote because you're weak and you have no idea how you're being plotted on, manipulated on, and controlled like that. All right. So now this is the definition of a poll tax. And it reads, a poll tax is a tax as a fixed sum on every liable individual. Poll taxes had a major source of government funding among the colonies which formed the United States. Heavy.
You understand? And they used that poll tax during the civil rights. Well, during when black people were trying to vote, they had black people had a poll tax they would pay, and they had like a different some type of test they had to take, or IQ test or something like that, to try to say if they could vote. Like, you going through this type of stuff all over again, man. You understand? And it was a form of oppression.
Right.
That's what they did during the 13 colonies. But the one I was looking for was a definition when black people was trying to vote. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically the same thing. You understand? But it's just a little bit more aggressive when it came to us. But it's just showing you what's going on with this damn politics.
Wow.
You understand? And why we should take our spirit out of that, man. Christ said his yoke is easy. His burden is light. We supposed to be focused on that. You understand? Any more on that, brother?
That's it, Cap.
Okay.
Yeah, got a little bit more on the story, but we can move on.
Let's go to story number 10.
Con. All right, story number 10. Good night. We are going into story number 10 for tonight, everybody. If you have not shared it, share the video ASAP. Share it, you know what I'm saying? Donate. All right. Pay your tithes. All right. We're going into story number 10 for tonight. All right. Okay. We are story. This is like the last one. Story number 10. With the oh boy, I figure you're gonna get this one, Cap. All right. Now, story number 10, y'all. Teacher says she has a right to dislike blacks during online class. Ooh-wee.
Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
She say she can dislike blacks. Cap?
I want to thank Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for this. And I'm going to tell you.
It's all right.
Because at one time, we were discriminated against in the school, even up to this day. But now, they are afforded the opportunity to live stream their racism right into your home early in the morning on a school day.
Man.
They get to live stream. They get to Zoom the racism.
Damn. Come on, Cap. Good night.
To your household, to you and yours.
Good night.
Like this is the end result of integration. Is this thing on?
Good night.
Am I in hell? I want y'all.
You in the fifth chamber.
Am I in the fifth chamber?
Con out of one con. Good night, Cap.
I mean, because you want to argue. I keep hearing you talk about integration, but you never bring out stories like this.
Damn.
These are the stories that you hide from the people.
Damn.
These are the stories. Our enemies have perfected integration to our detriment.
Damn. Like, come on, man. This.
Let's see what this teacher had to say about her rights.
Ooh-wee, y'all. Good night. So yeah, so this is what the teacher said, man. We're gonna go into this now. This teacher, okay, in a virtual in a virtual social studies class, a lesson about the Constitution. Okay.
Hold on, a lesson about the Constitution.
That's what it's supposed to be about.
Now hold on. Now I just told you before that we the people wasn't we.
Right.
We the people didn't include you. And this was a social, and I remember social studies class. And it's a lot different in the South in most cases than it is in most major cities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They taught social studies in a way where the rebellion or the Confederates wouldn't. They taught it in a way where they wasn't looked at so bad.
Wow.
Or they taught the Constitution in a way where it leaned to their own political agenda.
Right.
And this is why we tell you that these schools are not really educating these kids. They are indoctrinating these kids.
Damn.
And now, see, the Lord didn't put it now where now you don't have to go to a PTA meeting now. You can sit in your house and listen. You may not be on the camera, but you can listen what the teacher's saying to these kids now.
Damn.
Now you get to see how the teacher interacts with them.
Right.
You see, the Lord has opened this. This is the Lord's doing.
Oh,
you understand? He's making it more personal now. Go ahead, my brother.
Come on. Again, teacher says she has a right to dislike blacks during online class. All right. In a virtual social studies class, a lesson about the Constitution sparked a conversation about racial justice in America. Okay?
And listen, hold on, if I could. That's what everything is come down. Didn't we talk about that on y'all?
Come on.
On the Boot Up or Shut Up radio show about racism, about the race card. You can't turn on the sports channel without talking about race. You can't turn on the news channel, even the weather channel without talking about race.
Right.
The race is the dominating conversation right now. Race and social justice.
Right.
Race and systematic racism. That is the dominant, even in the workplace now. Don't you know a lot of you reached out to the UPK because your boss is having those meetings now.
Uh-oh. Good night.
Doing the job.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to talk about racial sensitivity and how do you feel about George Floyd? How do you feel about this? They want to make sure that the company culture matches the times and is sensitive to everybody. And there's some in your job who don't care about Black lives. And you know who they are.
Man.
Go ahead, brother.
Ooh-wee. All right, I'm gonna put the pig up on the screen. There she go. All right, so now it says at Poinciana High School, all right, a teacher, this lady on the screen, Tracy Brown, she argued with one of her students and made a disparaging remark about the Black Lives Matter movement. A portion of the argument was captured on video and shared on social media. And so we're going to take the time to play it in a minute. Go ahead.
Students now, if I could, I want y'all to they're being more expressive now because they're in a house with their parents listening. So they're able to be more in the classroom, so they wouldn't be able to be more expressive. But they come, they like, man, I'm going to talk about Black lives, man, and what's going on with me. Like they got an argument on the damn thing. So like they got the full out argument about this. Let's go ahead.
So I'm going to go ahead and play it for them so they can hear a little bit of what happened. Here's the confrontation, everybody. All right. Will it play? Let me make sure. I think it won't play because I'm on the phone. No, it won't play because I'm on the phone.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, let them know they can check it out. You can post it. You can post the video or the article in the on the Boot Up or Shut Up page.
Right. Exactly. I'll put it on there.
Y'all can check that out. But let's see. I think the article says what she said in the in the conversation.
It does. All right. So let's go ahead and boy, I thought I had it now. Let's go ahead and get it in. It says, let me see, outraged. A Florida teacher sparked outrage after she and a student, she has as much right as anyone else to dislike blacks during this online discussion that she had, right? So here's what she said. The conversation, okay? She said, you are, you are implying, right? You're implying that black lives are more important than anyone else. And I have a problem with that, Brown said. Okay. The conversation between Tracy Brown and the student only intensified. Okay. When the student said that, quote, there are some black people that live in communities where the cops do not treat them right, Tracy Brown arguably interrupted. Okay. And she said, what you don't know about me could fill a friggin' swimming pool, she said.
As fat as she is, she could fill a freaking swimming pool. As fat and sloppy as she is, she could fill a damn swimming pool.
Good night.
You understand that?
Oh, man.
The damn lake is fat and sloppy as she is.
Oh, man.
Like the young child, and this is why I say these schools here have to be shut down.
Oh, man.
Because this right here is, you want to talk about social studies, this is social abuse.
Right.
Like this child here is, and listen, he's expressing things. This child's obviously black, I believe.
Of course, right. Mm-hmm.
And he's expressing his sense of social anger and social outrage about the condition of his people.
Damn.
And she got angry and interrupted him and didn't allow him to even express how he felt. But if it was anyone else, they wouldn't have a problem with it.
Oh, man, I tell you.
When it's black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian children, they always try to cut out your voice. Why? Because your voice is supposed to be the voice of God.
Man.
Your voice is the Lord is supposed to use your voice for his word.
Right.
And just to even say anything about it, and she got angry about it. That this child, you understand, was saying, and listen how she goes on the attack. Let's keep reading.
Come on. Good night, bro. I tell you. So now, she says, okay, Brown then said she was attacked when she was 16 years old by a gang, wearing bandanas, gang signs, using language. Hold on, let me finish it. And using language of blacks.
Hold on, what is the language of blacks? Listen, I can't make this up. I want y'all to come on, man. I need you to help me, brother. Help me.
She say language of blacks. What the boy say? She prejudiced, boy.
Like language of what language is that?
Oh man.
Listen, like this and what she now listen, pay attention. This is how the narrative changes. Pay attention. This is class. This is class we in.
Language of blacks.
The child said how their people are being abused by cops. Man. She flipped it and said, well, I was abused by a gang. What does that have to do with the police?
Damn.
So it's showing you that her mentality is strictly based upon race.
Oh, man.
He's talking about public servants, civil servants who's supposed to be protected and serving, being abusing their authority. She mentions a group of gangs of black people wearing bandanas and gang signs in the language of blacks.
Come on. You got to
this is who we have teaching our kids. But you know what? You know who you can thank for that?
Martin Luther King.
You can thank Martin Luther King for that.
Damn.
That's who you can thank for that.
Damn.
Don't blame the school board. Martin Luther King wanted us to integrate, and you followed him.
Oh man.
And now our children have to be subjected to this type of mental abuse. Have to argue why and explain why he should be treated right. If she don't believe he should be treated right by the police, what makes you think she's gonna treat him right in the classroom or academia? This is the dilemma, brothers and sisters. Integration has failed. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Commander Junior Hunter has been saying it for years. The UPK has been saying it for years.
Right.
Let's get some more on this, brother.
Segregation, man. It's the best. All right. So now it says, she says, this is what Tracy Brown continued. Well, I guess her name need to be Tracy White, but go ahead. It says, I have as much right as anyone else to dislike blacks for what happened to me, Brown said. So you don't get to sit there and preach to me what I do and don't know.
You see that? You see that you don't get a chance to tell her when you abused.
Woo!
You don't get, as a matter of fact, you don't get to tell her the facts in social studies about social injustice.
Wow.
Because it's her right. And it's her right not to listen. It's her right not to care. But we want her to teach our children.
Man. Now it says other videos of the virtual class were posted online by a student at Poinciana High School. The conversation initially escalated when Tracy Brown falsely claimed that Black Lives Matter didn't denounce riots that occurred during protests in 2020. Now, Brown also called Black Lives Matter activists entitled and self-righteous. Okay. Brown has been removed from the classroom and is not working with students while the school district investigates the incident. The district said it was made aware of the video through the school's, quote, Let's Talk, unquote, website, a platform.
Yeah, we've been talking.
Right.
We've been talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the end of that.
This is what happens. This is why the Lord said, don't join them. And give me the scripture where the Lord said he taught us to teach our children the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? That he gave us law, and then we supposed to teach them to our children.
That's right.
Like this. You want to argue with us about integration? Go ahead.
Right.
You tell me how this working out right now in 2020. You look at this Zoom video and you tell me how this working out for us. And there's many other things that haven't even been put on video where these teachers are verbally abusing these kids for even wanting to have a voice.
Right.
Even want to be able to speak out instead of them, because why? They know they're speaking out against them.
Man.
You have put our kids in a predicament, and Martin Luther King have integrated us into a burning house.
Damn.
He said that out of his own mouth. Harry Belafonte was a witness.
Right.
He asked him, after the Voting Rights Act was passed, he said Martin Luther King looked troubled. He asked him, why did he look troubled? What was wrong? He said, I feel like I've integrated my people into a burning house.
Right.
We didn't make this up.
Yep.
Integration is a failed social experiment.
Right.
It's not going to work. The Lord had made a difference between us and other races. Yep. Now you can keep believing this false damn America utopia dream that you want to. You understand? But our kids are suffering for it.
That's right.
And people are dying for it.
Right.
Because the Lord did not authorize this path. Certain bridges are made to be burned. Certain barriers are never to be crossed.
Man, that's heavy. Well,
go ahead, brother.
Con. All right, this is we're going to get into the book of Deuteronomy. All right, this is the 4th chapter. I can start at verse 8 and I'll go to 9. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as in all this law which I set before you this day? Verse 9. Only take heed. All right, take heed, the Lord says. And let me go around here. Only take heed. And, sorry, let me get my place. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Read that part again.
But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
You understand? Yep. The Lord said, teach them. Teach our children about these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
About the captivity of our people. How the Lord delivered us out of the house of bondage.
Right.
Out of the land of Egypt. How did he deliver us from oppression? From all other kind of political systems and oppression that we was under.
Right.
You understand? We made him our strength. And he delivered us. Teach them about their culture, about what they're supposed to eat, about what they're not supposed to eat, how they're supposed to dress, how they're supposed to treat each other. There's laws in this book that govern every aspect of our life. That's what we're supposed to teach our children about.
Right.
And build off of that. Everything else is built off of that. That is the foundation.
Yeah, right.
You understand? If they cannot get in, if they cannot, if our children don't have the right ground, proper understanding about their culture and who they fit, who their God is, and who their forefathers are, their patriarchs, and what their life is supposed to mean, then everything else is confusion. Because they can't make sense of the world they in regards to them.
Man.
They just they're second-class citizens. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they learn, they should be able to put that stuff in the picture and see how it benefits their own people. And if it don't benefit their own people, they should not take part in it. It's certain things that don't benefit us. You understand?
Right.
There's certain knowledge that should not be learned. So all knowledge ain't good knowledge.
Damn. Eve didn't know
Why
that.
do you think the Lord told Adam and Eve, do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil?
That's right. Right.
All knowledge ain't good knowledge. Certain things are never supposed to be learned. And if you understand wisdom, you really understand that it takes knowledge to do evil, to sin. You can't sin without knowledge. You need knowledge to sin. You want to be a drug dealer? There's a knowledge to being a drug dealer. You can't just go out there and be a drug dealer. You got to have some knowledge to it. Man. You want to be a stick-up kid? It takes knowledge. There's certain things you got to learn to be effective. You understand?
That's right.
And we have learned the knowledge. We have learned evil in this place. And this is why we have to turn back to the Most High in Christ and to take our spirit out of this place, because we in full spectrum assault right now.
Sure
from everything from education to politics to economics to whatever you thinking about. We in a full spectrum assault right now, being assaulted right now by this kingdom. And the only way to withstand this thing and to overcome it is to turn to your God. That's why he's making all these things fail. He's making the world around you collapse so you can call him.
That's right.
He said he gave us his characteristics. He is a jealous God.
Damn.
And righteously jealous.
Yep.
Because he made a covenant with our forefather for our life.
Right.
And the Lord don't break no covenant.
Man, that's heavy.
He made it's for the sake of Abraham that he spared us.
Oui.
So you can't try to come out of that covenant and try to make a covenant with America.
Right. And
it's not gonna be certified in his sight.
That's right. And listen, if I may throw this in there, Kev, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20, right? You might have me go up one, but it says, for ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body. Oh, but let me go up to 19. It says what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of God, and you are not your own.
See?
Okay? See what I'm saying? Verse 20, yeah. For ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. It's it belongs to the Most High.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So shoot, I just want to throw that in there right there.
No, brother, that scripture is so right, because when they say you bought with a price, like you ain't, and then that go into everything. That go into abortion. That go into everything.
Right.
Your body is not your own. You don't belong to you. Christ paid the price.
Right. Good night.
You don't belong to you. You think you. That's the problem. You think you belong to you. You think you can do whatever you want to, but there's a covenant that's over your life that you can't break. And I be hearing some of these Christians talking about, I'm gonna start a new covenant. When I hear those things, they let me know them niggas is wicked. They gonna start a new covenant with something. They gonna make a new covenant.
Yeah.
You don't make no new. The Lord ain't hearing you.
Right.
You understand? I keep hearing this new covenant, the new birth and new. What happened to the old covenant?
Right.
What happened to the old birth? Keep hearing all this, but it's just showing you that these people are not sanctioned by the Lord. They have not been commissioned by the Lord, and they are self-appointed, self-prescribed prophets of the Lord, and they will lead you into destruction.
Damn.
And you're going to see in the next 16 days the countdown to forget the election. You know what I'm saying? The countdown to destruction. Because, brother, like I said, this is the calm before the storm, brother.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? And this is why if you listen, if you under the sound of my voice out there in cyberspace, in social media land, you need to be linking up with the ISUPK,
right.
my brother, your brother, our brother, my general, your general, our general, Commanding General Yohana. You need to be linking up with him. You need to be finding out the nearest camp in your city, the camp leader in your city, linking up and saying, call that number and say, what must I do? I'm an Israelite. I'm a descendant of either Blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians on that 12 tribe chart, and I'm trying to get in tune with my nation and my God. What must I do?
That's right.
And that camp leader will direct you and give you all the information you need to start your process on the road to redemption, on the road to becoming a new man or a new woman in Christ. You understand? Because this is a spiritual warfare, and you're going to see the Lord is going to win this thing all the way down. This system is crumbling.
Right.
This is the end of his kingdom. Once this kingdom go, he won't have another kingdom. It won't be America reloaded. It won't be an America 2.0. When he fall this time, this is the last captivity, brothers and sisters.
That's right.
When Christ come back this time, ain't gonna be no more second coming. He come back this time, it's gonna be for good. And we got to get ourselves prepared. Bible says he coming back for a church without blemish. And you know that don't include the Catholic Church or any other church. You understand? Because they're full of it. What we have to do is the church is the body of Christ, the people, the congregation. And we have to be that congregation that is without blemish. We have to clean ourselves up. We have to fight to become a new man and a new woman in the body of Christ. You understand? So make sure, I want to say the Water Youth, I want y'all know at the time, I want to say the Water Youth for having me on the show again, and the Water for all the brothers and sisters that's been listening and shared the show. Make sure you support the Boot Up Show. But I believe you got the Cash App up for those who want to support the show. We're gonna we're making the show a little bit better, a little bit at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Water for the donations, and we're gonna make it more user interactive, user friendly. We got a lot of investigative journalism going on right now. Shout out to Officer Tyler Dockey out there in Mississippi, going out there and interviewing that brother whose mother got ran over.
Yeah, that's right.
A friend or a relative of the sheriff. That story, check that out on Black Watch. That's on the Black Watch channel, Commander General Yohana, ISUPK on the YouTube. We got other stories going on. Shout out to also saw Captain Yashimar out there in Dallas on the ground with Officer Ashiyar at the protest in front of this church out there. I think it's the cat named Ricky Rush.
Okay.
We own him. We own Rush already, aka the Rush Hour. We own him. So
right.
we be putting it in. You understand? so we getting it all the way around. You know what I'm saying? We going to warfare out here. And you know what I'm saying, and battling these doctors. And shout out to Captain Yadazak out there, you know what I'm saying, in Houston. All the brothers that came up, we had a great time in Houston barbecue.
Yeah.
Shout out to you too. I want y'all to hold down that Austin, Texas zone, man. We expect a lot of great things coming out of these different zones, man, and we pushing, we doing a lot of things on the ground level. So if you want to be supportive in that and support these brothers, man, make sure you pick up that phone. You know what I'm saying? Pick up that phone. Terms and conditions may apply.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm Captain Kahan Thumyad reporting live from hell. I'm out of here. Shalom.
Most High in Christ. All right, y'all know what it is, man. Hey, man, listen. Captain Kahan, man, 13 stacks, man, laying at ground level every single week, man. We do this Boot Up or Shut Up radio, man. Y'all already know how we get in. It's rough, it's rugged, it's raw. You know what I'm saying? It's unfiltered. You see what I'm saying? It's provocative. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we get down, man, under Commanding General Yohana, man. See what I'm saying? We are going to tell you the truth no matter what, right? We are going to be respected, right, for telling you the truth. until Christ cracked them clouds open, man. I'm saying you see over 200 million angels just bringing you to total shock. See what I'm saying? Bringing a heart attack. I'm saying I ain't talking about to an 80-year-old woman. I'm talking about to a 15-year-old woman. See what I'm saying? Just you are going to be absolutely surprised, right, that the priests and prophets in the ISUPK were telling you from the onset how it was going to go down. It's in the scriptures. It's in the Bible. Everything we do, everything we act out is in the Bible, right? From Genesis to Revelation. It's in the Bible, man. From the headlights to the taillights. You know what I'm saying? From the rooter to the tutor, man. You know what I'm saying? It's in the headlights. You know what I'm saying? It's in the taillights, man. It's in Genesis, man. It's in Revelation. It's all over the Bible, all right? Now, enough of that. Look, man, ISUPK, man, big up. Y'all know how I already get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I get down. Saying, but, listen, man, again, big ups to Priest and Captain 13,000, Kahan Thumb Yard, man, for laying it, laying down this groundwork, man. You know what I'm saying? Laying down the groundwork, raising me up in this truth, you know what I'm saying? And bringing this every week, like I said, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's nonstop. I'm saying y'all know what time it is, man, all right? So, listen, y'all know how we get down, man, and how it goes down. Y'all know what time it is right now, man. Big ups to all the ISUPK radio affiliates. Big ups to One West Radio out of California. You all are missing the show, man. I'm saying on Thursdays, man. You all are really missing out if you are not in that conversation, man. They talked about some great issues and gangs, gang violence, and how it all started. And, you really want to hear that from Cali. You know what I'm saying? And they went over some good issues. Big ups to Priest and Captain 13,000 Kadal Hall out there, California. Priest and Captain 10,000 Kwamwa All, as well as Officer of 1,000 Thabawan, and I'm not sure, but I know it's Kawataza. I hope I'm saying Karataza. I hope I'm saying the brother name right. I'll get it. Right, they were in there laying it down, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you are checking out One West Radio. Okay, that's every Thursday. It's Pacific time. So you got to go and check out the listings. ISUPK California, man. ISUPK Los Angeles. All of that there. Check out when they are going to be on Facebook, okay? All right. So now, big ups to On the Ends, man. On the Ends Radio, spearheaded by Priest and Captain 13,000 Mashak out of D.C., Washington, D.C., along with Captain Parashia out of UK, man, out of the United Kingdom, all right? They've teamed up on a wonderful show called On the Ends. Make sure you go to United Kingdom or ISUPK United Kingdom and check those listings as well as their classes, when they come on, all right? You want to make sure you check that radio show out, man. I really like it. I've looked at it a few times when it comes on, all right? Very good show. All right, now we have Straight Gate Radio. My brother Quinaya Allah, what up, out in Minnesota. We have War Council Radio out in Dallas, ISUPK Dallas. Big up, again, to Captain Yashimar out in Dallas, man, laying it down. Look out for War Council Radio, all right? The Inconvenient Truth. Y'all know what that is, man. That right there is Priest and Captain Priest and Officer 5,000 Kazakh Yard, man, out of California, yo. Okay, out of California, The Inconvenient Truth. That's every Wednesday. You all can look at that. Go to ISUPK Res, R-E-Z, ISUPK Res, as well as ISUPK California, Los Angeles, ISUPK Los Angeles, and go and find out the listings of not only the class, but when they do street speakings as well, and look at that radio show, man. You'll learn a lot about how the Northern Kingdom, there's 10 tribes, were scattered and how they are definitely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Israelites, just like the so-called Southern Kingdom, man. All right, we are all 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, all right? And you can check out Kazakh Yard every Wednesday, The Inconvenient Truth, all right? Y'all know what time it is, all right? Act like you know, man, when you know, all right? So now we have also bring the other ones in, man. We have Sharpen the Sword Radio. Big ups to Priest and Captain Kadalgabar. Well, I hope I'm saying his name. I don't know why I'm on this, DeBar. Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right. I don't know what's wrong, you know what I'm saying? But St. Louis, man, out of St. Louis, man, sometimes I get them wrong, sometimes I get them right. You see what I'm saying? But it's out of St. Louis, Sharpen the Sword Radio, all right? Want to make sure that you go to ISUPK St. Louis and look for Sharpen the Sword Radio, man. They have, and they're growing too. You know what I'm saying? That radio show is growing, man. And again, Commander General Yohana has a fantastic food program that's also in St. Louis as well, man. And those people are really, I spoke with him. You know what I'm saying? I spoke with DeGauga Bar personally when he came down for the Houston cookout. And I got a chance to speak with him, and he told me about how the food program is growing expeditiously, and so is the radio show that he's doing as well, all right? So please support Baba Kwashai. Y'all go and support Captain DeGauga Bar, man, out of St. Louis. Again, Sharpen the Sword Radio, all right? Now, with no further ado, we all know what's up with this, man. It's my brother Ayaza man, out of North Carolina, man. Priest and Officer of 1,000, man. You know what time it is. That's my brother. He know what it is. I spoke with him earlier today. Kaboom. Kaboom Radio, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Kaboom Radio out of North Carolina, man. You see what I'm saying? Cry aloud, man. You understand? They got so many things going on out in North Carolina. Big ups to Captain Naya Thak out in North Carolina, man. Got all those brothers, man. You know what I'm saying, in order and doing the right thing out of North Carolina. I love my brothers out there, man. Ayaza has Kaboom Radio. Make sure you check that out as well. And go to ISUPK North Carolina. Check the listings if you're in that area, right? Check the listings. Check all the times when they're going to be doing classes, all right? And as well as street speaking. It's all on YouTube. Y'all know what it is. Big up my brother, Ayaza Kaboom Radio. Y'all know what it is, man. Take Ground Radio. Take Ground Radio, Captain Kapash out of Indianapolis, right? Out of Indianapolis. Spoke with him. I rock, as y'all can see, I rock one of them Tams. You know what I'm saying? That red Tam I got on for the show. I bought that personally from Captain Kapash. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Get your Tams, man. You know what I'm saying? Quiet as kept. You can get your garments too. Saying got some good prices on them garments. I heard $120. You know what I'm saying? $120 for the garments. You know what I'm saying? Get the Tams, $40. Like, listen, man, it's the real deal, man. More than ever, every day, Monday through Friday, Take Ground Radio. All right, Take Ground Radio will be coming on every night at 9 p.m., all right? Make sure you do not miss that, man. That is Captain Kapash, man. Thorough in this truth. You understand? A real warrior and captain in the ISUPK, man. Take Ground Radio. All right, so now off in ISUPK Delaware. ISUPK Delaware, my brothers, man, they giants in the game. They giants on earth, too. They just came to the cookout and took all the height. I ain't even want to be standing by them. They so damn tall. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, that's the truth, man. My brother's, man, rude in speech out of Delaware. You know what I'm saying? My brother, Officer Tazayawan, Officer Matazapa in the building, man. See what I'm saying? At least standing 6'7", 6'8", or more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, and I repeat, glad they in the ISUPK. Good night. All right? And these brothers got rude in speech, man. Rude in speech radio. All right? And it's a cold radio, man. It's a cold radio show, man. Okay, you need to make sure that you're checking that out, right? And go to ISUPK Delaware, all right? And look at all of the times as well when they're doing classes, all right? And, they are really raising up Delaware out there. If you're in the Delaware area, big ups to Priest and Captain Ariyah, Priest and Captain Ahmad Yashar as well, and my brother Officer Knock, man, out there in Delaware, man, building up Delaware. With the brothers out there making it happen, man. All right. Make sure you check out Rude in Speech Radio. All right. All right. We got Angry Black Man Media. What up? Captain Sakawar in the building, man. Captain Sakawar, you know what time it is. Came down here for the Houston Cookout, getting it in. Angry Black Man Media, man. See what I'm saying? That's where you get all of the latest information like a book report. You hear me? Thorough, I'm saying, and intense knowledge, man. He's also ISUPK Memphis as well, all right, holding the brothers down, raising up Memphis. You can go to ISUPK Memphis, check out the classes as well, and the times that they have as well in Memphis, all right. Big ups to Captain Sakawar, all right. All right, so we got the hidden, well, I want to go to Cross the Line Radio first. Cross the Line Radio, goes with no introduction, but that is Priest and Captain Tazariak, Priest and Captain Khatazah in full effect. Cross the Line Radio. Every Thursday, y'all know what it is, 10 p.m. Eastern time, all right, which is 9 p.m. Central, all right. Big ups to Captain Zariah. Came down here for the cookout. did the Cross the Line radio with all the generals. I had a opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to work on the mixer and, and just, have my face seen, you know what I'm saying, in the wings over to the right. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I praise the Most High God for that. You know what I'm saying? Just to be in the mix, man, and for Captain Tazariak to trusting me to hold down the equipment, and big ups to Captain Katazar for giving me the insight on how to run that equipment while Cross the Line radio was going on. All right. So big ups to my brothers, man. That's every Thursday at 10 p.m. Again, Captain Tazariak is a preacher destroyer, a comedic annihilator. You know what I'm saying? A imam incinerator. I don't know. I could go on and on, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, Cross the Line radio, y'all know what time it is, man. Big ups to my big brothers, all right? So now we have tomorrow. Y'all know what tomorrow is. It's Monday in the morning. Let a Hebrew speak. That will be Priest and 12 Shield General Hazayan will be in the building, man. Okay? General Hazayan in the building tomorrow. Let a Hebrew speak. Bright and early in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Central, man. You want to get it in. Make sure you have your notebook, your pen. Y'all know how General Hazayan get down, all right? You're going to have to answer questions and pull your precepts. He is not going to sit there and talk for 2 hours and you not, you know what I'm saying, and you do not participate. It's not happening, all right? A great class. I'll be in class tomorrow as well. And we got Street Talk as well. They incorporate that. I'm saying, my big brother in this truth, man. I'm saying that's Priest and Captain 13,000. You got Akkad Abarayim in the building. You know what I'm saying? Look who stepped in the room. The boom. All right. Tomorrow, man, in the building. Let a Hebrew speak. Make sure you check it out. Big up to Officer Marah. I know he'll probably be in there too, holding down the technical part of it. You see what I'm saying? Don't miss it. Wake up in the morning. Let that be your Folgers in your cup. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Later on, of course, we'll have classes during the day, and then it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time. You know what's up, man. That's Priest and 12 Shield General Mahayaman. He's going to be in the building, man, holding scripture breakdown class. Questions, all right? All right, and guess what? That's the time to ask your questions. You can type in your questions. If you're doing your 90 days, you want to make sure you sign in and do all of that as well, all right, to get counted for your 90 days, all right? You can ask your questions on online. Just be respectful. Of course, you get those questions answered. That's tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time, scripture breakdown class by Priest and 12 Shield General Mahayaman, all right? Now, immediately following that, guess what? You know what it's leading up to. Don't act like you don't know. All right, we have the Grill Radio Show, man. Black Watch is the new channel, man. That is Commanding General Yohana. Yeah, the most controversial man in America, right? Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, all right? Commanding General Yohana in the building with all the heavy hitters, man. All the heavy hitters in the building. Yes, Black Watch, man, a new channel. If you're having any type of trouble getting on Black Watch, you want to make sure you go to YouTube, go to Black Watch. That's 2 words, BLACKWATCH, Black Watch. It's simple. Type it in, right? And then subscribe, man, and hit that, and hit the notification bell, right, to get all of the latest updates by Commanding General Yohana, right? That is your news, right? That's your local news. That is your world news. That is your global news. That is the truth, all right? For about here in America and abroad. You can get that from Commanding General Yohana, all right? Most High in Christ, brother. And all of that occurs tomorrow. We got a big day Monday, all right? I'll be in as many classes as I can, all right? And I hope I see you brothers in there, you know what I'm saying? I hope I see all my brothers in class, man, and that's how I go down, all right? So we talking about tomorrow is a big day. Make sure you all donate. Make sure you all do your thing, man. Donate to Boot Up and Shut Up. That's Cash App, all right? $, BUOSUR. It's simple, BUOSUR. $, BUOSUR. Simple as that, all right? Listen, man, make sure you pay your tithes, all right? Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, 10%, my Ashura, right? It is a commandment, and it's simple like that, man. Listen, it's been glorious. It's been fun. I had a great time chilling with you brothers and sisters, man. You always been supportive of Boot Up and Shut Up Radio. Big ups to all my brother. I see you, my brother, Officer Malakathia. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got elevated got rose up from a trooper to a officer. You know what I'm saying? I got priest and officer Yagram in the building with me. You know what I'm saying? Rose them up. You know what I'm saying? And brothers came down, did camp out there in Austin, Texas, and Captain Yatazak raised these brothers up, man, from troopers to officers, man. Big ups, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to my brother. He went from a young man, right? What's his name? Razana Yash, you know what I'm saying? Razana Yash out in Austin, Texas, man. Y'all better not sleep on that Austin, Texas, man. I'm saying we getting raised up. Brothers out there doing the work. Big up to my brothers out in Killeen, man. I'm saying San Antonio. See what I'm saying? Cabal out in that San Antonio. Shamal One out in that San Antonio. Yeah, I'm giving y'all brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Shouting you brothers out, man. My brothers deep down in that RGV. You know what I'm saying? That 956, man. You know what I'm saying? That Rio Grande Valley, man. It's the truth out there. You know what I'm saying? Big Trooper Kanak. What up, Kanak? What up, Trooper Yashikar? You know what I'm saying? And his, you know what I'm saying? Big up to his fam. You know what I'm saying? My brother Officer Barack Yard out there, man. Having a glorious time out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, there is no northern kingdom and southern kingdom. We Israelites, man. All 12 tribes, man. We are the children of the nation of Israel, man. See what I'm saying? And we all love each other, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll be out there to kick it shortly. You know what I'm saying? Me and Captain Yatazak, we're going to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say Captain Yatazak and myself? We're going to roll out there, man. I'm saying we're going to be out there to do it big with you brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Teach some classes, hold some camps. You know what I'm saying? You're going to build up that Rio Grande Valley, man. Big ups to my brothers out there, man. So I got to big up my brothers, man, all right? So listen, man, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I done talked enough. You know what I'm saying? I talked enough, man. Thank you so much for being in support of this Boot Up or Shut Up radio, man. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem HaShabakathum, they're my brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Alathan, Ba Shem Yahweh Shad, all my sisters, man. Boot Up or Shut Up, man. I'll see y'all next Sunday, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
ISUPK.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.